Hey, this is Matt from Numark at the DJ shop in Southampton, and today we're looking at the brand new Numark Mixstream Pro. This is a completely standalone 2-channel unit powered by Engine DJ. So let's take a look at some of the features and some of the third-party connectivity we can use with Engine DJ. So at the center of the unit, we've got our 7-inch MultiTouch screen. So this means we can pinch and zoom waveforms and swipe to load tracks. Also, we can preview tracks in our headphones simply by tapping the artwork and paging across. The Mixstream Pro has 4 built-in speakers at the front of the unit. This means straight out the box we can get mixing straight away. And even though we have 2 spaces for USB and 1 space for SD card, we can get mixing straight away also with our streaming partners. So if I hit my source menu here and then tap Tidal, which I'm already logged into, I can find a playlist and then get mixing straight away. So let's take a look at the mixer section now. We have our battle style paddle effects that you'll find on the Numark Scratch and also the Numark Mixtrack series. We've got 4 built-in effects. We have an echo, flanger, delay, and phaser. And we trigger them using the paddles. So for our pad modes, we've got everything you would expect to find here. Cue, save loop, auto loop, and roll. Now these work in 2 banks. If we hit shift and cue, we'll have access to cue points 5, 6, 7, 8. And the same goes for roll and auto loop. So as I mentioned before, the Mixstream Pro has built-in speakers at the front of the unit. We have 2 each side. We have dedicated volume control for these speakers at the top right here, but also these speakers have a built-in limiter, so we can crank these pretty high without overloading the audio. And as well as our 3-band EQ and trim control, we have a dedicated high and low pass filter. Okay, so let's look more at Engine 2.0. If I pull down this menu here, we have our quick feature access. So we've got quantize, on and off, continuous, platter stop time, split cue, and our crossfader contour. And at the bottom here, we've got our source menu, our Wi-Fi connectivity settings, record, and our engine lighting on board. If I tap at the top here, we've got our user profile. Now, these menus are set up in tabs, so they're easy to navigate. And if I head to settings, we can change things like our mixer settings, microphone settings, onboard services, and then our firmware updates. So now if we hit view, we're into our main library mode. If I hit browse, we now have access to all of our playlists, our prepare folder, our playlist history, root folder directory, and QWERTY search options. And then the second cool feature we have here for playlists is our playlist deck. So here, if I tap play as playlist, and then send this to deck 2, you see I now have a transport dedicated at the top to play this playlist. I can search forward and back, and also in my menu settings, adjust my crossfade time between tracks. And to come out of this mode, I simply hit the X, and we're back into regular deck mode. So for mobile DJs, this can be great to use as a warm-up playlist before you start your set. So one of the biggest new features for Engine DJ is our lighting control powered by Sound Switch. If I tap Shift and Lighting here, we're into our main control center to control these lights. So here we're using a Philips Hue setup in combination with the Mixstream Pro. So Philips Hue, if you're not familiar with it, is a smart home lighting system powered by Wi-Fi. So everything we can control here on the Mixstream Pro is being sent via Wi-Fi. And of course, the benefit of having Sound Switch embedded into Engine DJ is we can also use this with our DMX setup, using, of course, the Sound Switch DMX cable. Philips Hue is a free service. Sound Switch does require a license. Now we can run scripted tracks from Sound Switch, but of course, here we have just the Philips Hue simple setup. Here we're just going to be using a few auto loops, and we can page through the different color overrides, use our strobe, and also do things like blackout and whiteout. So as you can see there, we've got really simple, really intuitive control over our lights. Now, of course, the lights are already running the auto loops from SoundSwitch, but again, this can run scripted tracks if you want to from SoundSwitch as well. With our smart lighting control, we have two views. Here we can see the basic view. Basic is designed around the Philips Hue system, but you can use it with DMX as well. We can also switch to, if we want, our advanced controls. So if I tap here, and then head back to my menu, you can see we've got way more options now. We've got further control for auto loops, our static looks, light intensity, and fixture positions. Now again, this is designed around a DMX universe, but this can also be used with Hue as well. So with engine lighting by SoundSwitch, we have two modes. Basic, which is designed around the Hue system, and also Pro, which is designed around a DMX universe. But we can use both of these interchangeable with each setup. So let's go to advanced mode and head to our Philips Hue connection. Tap our Hue bridge, and you can see it's found the light straight away. So you can test each light by tapping on each of the light icons on the screen. Then heading back to our main screen here. So now let's take a look at the Pro mode, but again using Philips Hue. So here in Pro mode, we have a lot more control over our lights. If I head to intensity, I can simply bring down these bars very simply. And if I head to auto loops, I have much more advanced control over the color of each loop. If I tap our dance music auto loop, I can very quickly on the fly change our colors. And the same for each bank. So now if I head to upbeat, I can in real time change our color schemes. Philips Hue also responds to fader movements as well. So if I bring our fader down, you see the lights react at the same time. Engine DJ also offers Ableton Link compatibility with the Mixstream Pro. So if I head to my cog and head to my settings and then tab on services, you can see we have an option to turn on Ableton Link. If I come back to our main screen now, you'll see at the top corner the Ableton Link protocol is enabled. This means we can sync the Mixstream Pro to any unit that runs the Ableton Link protocol. So this could be an MPC Live, MPC-X, or even a Serato-based setup. So there we go, that's the Numark Mixstream Pro. We can get mixing straight away without any external speakers or even any physical media. Straight out of the box, we can connect to streaming services, crank our speakers, and get mixing straight away. For more information, head to the DJ Shop website or head in store.